All right. Hello and good morning. Thank you all for joining so early in the day. I know it's been an action-packed week, so thanks so much. And welcome to BRK2058, Deploy Office 365 Groups at Scale to power Microsoft Teams, Outlook, Yammer, and SharePoint. My name is Salil Kakkar. I'm a Senior Program Manager in the Office 365 Groups team. And I'm joined on stage today by Microsoft MVP and Community Champion, Martina.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Martina Grom. I'm located in Vienna, Austria. I'm an Office 365 MVP, and I'm specialized in Office 365 groups, governance, security, all stuff what makes fun, as well as enterprise social like Yammer. And as you might hear by my accent, I'm not a native speaker, so apologize for that. I sound a little bit like Arnold Schwarzenegger. But hopefully you can understand us and have a nice 45 minutes.
Great. So the reason we are both together here today is to share the best practices and insights that we've gathered by not only just looking at the product standalone, but talking to tons of customers such as yourself. So this is the agenda. This is what we're going to talk through for the next 45 minutes. Number one, we'll talk through the introduction for Office 365 groups, and we're going to show you some interesting trends. Next, we're going to go through the group's lifecycle and adoption. Here we talk about how do you go from 0 to 1 for Office 365 groups. Next, we're going to walk you through the best practices for managing groups at scale. We're going to talk you through the key principles you need to know to manage Office 365 groups. Last but not the least, we're going to walk you through some real-life case studies on how Microsoft and some of the other customers manage Office 365 groups. Now, before we get into this, a quick show of hands for folks who have Office 365 groups enabled on their tenant. Great, we're in this together. And how many of you got the opportunity to attend any other session in this last week on Office 365 groups? Great, quite many of you. All right, one more piece of housekeeping. This is a 200-level session, so we are going to be referencing a lot of deeper material throughout this deck, and we would really encourage you to go through the blue links for more information or ask questions after this session. All right, so if you've been to some of the earlier sessions, you already know this, but as a quick refresher, teamwork is one of the 4 pillars of M365, and the reality of the modern workplace is people need to collaborate more and more just to get work done. They need to be able to share files, they need to be able to communicate securely, they need to be able to manage the modalities of collaboration across different sets of people, and all this in a self-empowered manner, so they don't have to depend on or bother anyone. And this is where Office 365 Groups comes in. So what is Office 365 Groups, and what does it have to offer you? So Office 365 Groups is the platform which powers collaboration across all of Office apps. Now what it offers you is a single membership service that's kind of plugged into all the apps in M365. So it doesn't matter if you're looking at the older apps like Outlook or SharePoint, or newer ones like Teams, we've got you covered. And this also speaks volumes about the tall ambitions we have for Office 365 Group and how much investment we are putting into it. Now, the second big superpower Office 365 Groups give you is this idea of a centrally managed, secured, and governed entity, which means you have to set policies at one place, and they're going to apply across all groups. It doesn't matter if that group is being used in a persistent chat experience in Teams, or it's being used for SharePoint for file collaboration. It's going to apply all across. The third key idea that comes with Office 365 Groups is that of extensibility. What that means is when you want to integrate your favorite business app with Office 365 Groups, we support you with the robust infrastructure of Graph APIs and the Power App framework to make that happen. Right, I want to show you some interesting numbers for groups. So what you see on the top is the usage numbers, and the bottom row shows some of the productivity and performance improvements that we've introduced over the last 1 year. I want to highlight the fact that the usage for Office 365 groups has more than doubled year over year. And we believe a lot of success that we're seeing is in large part because of your efforts, your work in being change agents within your organization. So let's have a big round of applause for all of you. All right, so let's deep dive into the Office 365 Group's lifecycle. So if you're starting with what NASA calls as an exploratory mission, your journey is going to start on the bottom left. But the end goal for all of you should be to reach this zone in the top right where you end up with a self-sustaining ecosystem of Office 365 groups. And today, we're going to talk through all the tools and processes you need to know about to be able to go back Monday, go back to your desk, and it doesn't matter if you're going to start with a pilot on the bottom left or start thinking about the strategy for managing groups at scale on the top right. We give you the tools to be able to do that. Now, this slide shows you the key principles you need to be aware about Office 365 groups. This is sort of a cheat sheet that you need to keep in mind while thinking of deploying groups at scale. So I'm going to walk you through the first set, and Martina here is going to walk you through the second. Please feel free to take pictures. We're going to give you the deck afterwards, too. OK, so let's start with group provisioning. When it comes to group provisioning, there are really two options. The first and the recommended option is that you enable self-serve for all the users, which means that you put in the right set of guardrails, but still allow all the users in the organization to be able to create Office 365 groups. Now, if you're still dipping your toes in the water and you want to go slow, the second out-of-the-box option that's available to you is this notion of limiting creation of groups to a set of users within your organization. And it doesn't matter which option you choose, you will get the same set of common processes, you'll get the same tools, change management, reporting at your disposal. All right, so for those of you who want to take things slow, I want to walk you through how you can limit group creation to a set of users within your organization. So what you're going to do is you need to create a security group and add all the people who you want to be able to create groups. And then you want to set the configuration on that security group so that people only within that security group are able to create groups. And I'm going to demo this in a short while. Now, in the light of the two options we discussed, can any of you take a guess on what this number represents? And we have a special prize for you if your guess is right. Yes, please. 99%
is self-service.
Oh, yeah, that's right. 99% of our all active production tenants, they have self-service enabled, which means all the users within their organization are able to create groups. And maybe you were on the booth, but we'll still hand out a prize. So the other question we get very often from talking to a lot of you is this idea of visibility of Office 365 groups. So many of you said, Salil, I understand the idea of groups and the fact that groups is one platform for all the Office apps. But what my end users don't understand is when they create a group from one of these apps, why does it not show up in the others? So the way to think about this is we have 3 communication modalities in Office 365. That's Outlook, Teams, and Yammer. So the simple rule of thumb is if you are to create an Office 365 group through either of these, by default, it's not going to be visible in the other 2. However, we do offer some flexibility. So for example, if you have an Office 365 group created via Outlook, you could themify that so that it starts showing in Teams. Similarly, for a team that you create from within Teams, you can make that team or Office 365 group visible within Outlook by using simple PowerShell. And remember always, the other apps like SharePoint, Stream, and Planner are always going to be at your disposal when you create an Office 365 group through either of these three. All right, let's start through the first policy, which is the naming policy. Now, many of you said, we want to enable self-serve for all the users in our organization, but we are worried what the effect of masses can be on the group namespace. So this is where the group naming policy comes in. Now, what does it have to offer? It offers you two things. The first thing is this idea of blocked or reserved keywords. Any user in your organization will not be able to create a group with those words. So for example, in Microsoft, no one is allowed to create a group named Satya Nadella or Bill Gates. The other big thing you get with naming policy is this idea of prefix and suffix. So what you could do to organize the group names better is you could prepend or append a custom string and or a user attribute to the group name automatically by setting the policy. So for example, what that means is, let's say if you were to prefix the country or region of a user automatically for any group that they create, any user who's based in Singapore, and let's say they create a group named marketing, the group is going to be automatically named Singapore_marketing. Similarly, somebody in Japan can create Japan_marketing. So you don't have to broker any name conflicts. And we're going to demo this in detail in a short while. The next key thing to keep in mind while managing groups at scale is the expiration policy. Now, many of you said that managing the life cycle of Office 365 groups feels like walking a tightrope. On the one hand, you want to prevent group sprawl, which is unused groups sitting in your system for a long time. And on the other hand, you have this idea of retaining group information, meaning you don't want to lose any mission-critical information that's living in the groups. So we launched the first version of expiration policy in March of 2018, and that was time-based expiration policy. And you said, we really love it, but we need to do more. So we went back to the drawing board, and we come up with this new version of expiration policy, which is activity-based. What this means is, if any user who's part of this group is using the group across the different apps like Teams, SharePoint, and Outlook, the group is going to be automatically renewed. Think of it like natural selection for groups. So if you have a healthy, active group, it's going to continue to live forever without any manual action. Whereas if you have any inactive groups, it becomes very easy for you to bunch them together and delete it if required. Now, the key thing to note here is that right now we have support for 3 apps. So user activity across Outlook, SharePoint, and Teams is considered for auto-renewal, but we're going to be adding other apps really soon. And we're really happy to announce that this feature is now generally available as of last week. So how about that? All right, so let's see some of this in action right now. Okay, so I'm going to start with the idea of limiting group creation to specific users within your organization. So here, I've just created a security group, which is named Allowed to Create Groups. And we've created dynamic membership for this group. So if you look at who all is going to be member of the security group, is any user whose country is equal to the United States. So in this tenant, I have a user called Alex. His country is US. We have another user, Pradeep, who's from India, who's not part of this dynamic security group. So I'm now going to switch to PowerShell and show you how we can configure the users within the security group to be able to Office 365 groups. So this is the same script which I showed you earlier. And I'm going to run that now. So what we are doing here is we are disabling group creation as a global option for your tenant, but we are making sure that only the security group and all the members in it are able to create Office 365 group. Now, once you do this setting, it's going to apply through all the workloads in Office 365. Again, we have this user Alex, who was part of the security group. If I look at Teams, he sees the option to create a team. Now, if I switch back to the other user, Pradeep, who was not part of the security group, they do not see the option to create teams. And this idea applies throughout the M365 suite apps. So for example, this is Alex again, and if you look at Yammer, Alex sees the option to create a new group. However, if we switch back to Pradeep and look at his Yammer, he's not going to see the option to create groups. That plus sign is missing here. So using this option, you can easily restrict the set of users who can create Office 365 groups within your tenant. All right, so let's move to the second demo. So let's talk about the group naming policy. So I'm going to open the Azure portal and go to the naming policy section here. This is the pane. Like we discussed, it gives you two capabilities. The first one is this idea of blocked keywords. So the way you use blocked keywords is pretty simple. You can just upload a CSV file with the list of all the blocked words you want to keep for your tenant. I have the sample CSV here. As you can see, we have boss, CEO, and some of the other words in the blocked list. Now what I'm going to do is go back and try to create a group with these blocked words. So let's say we go with Alex. He has the option to create team. I'm going to create a team from scratch. Let's see if I can create a team name with a blocked word. Okay, so in this case, we have the prefixes set. That's why it's going to allow you to create that. Oh, there you see the error. The name cannot contain CEO. So you can accumulate a list of words which you feel should not be allowed for your tenant, and then any user within your tenant is not going to be able to use those blocked words. That's one. So I'm going to discard that. Now, let's go back to the second capability available with the naming policy, which is this idea of prefix and suffix. So I'll go back to the Azure portal, and I'm going to apply as a prefix the country or region attribute for that user. And for suffix, I'm using a custom string ignite demo. So now let's see what happens when a user tries to create a team. Again, I go back to the same creation flow, and if I try to create a team which is called Ignite Day 5, you see at the bottom here, it's showing the user that the real name which is going to come out of this process is the region name underscore the name the user selected, followed by the suffix. Let's create that. Okay, so I'm going to skip adding members, but you can see the name which came out of the flow is actually consisting of the prefix and suffix that we've applied. So in this demo, we've talked through two things. The idea that you can create a set of blocked words, and the idea that you can create a prefix and suffix for group names, and you could use a custom string and or a user attribute to do that. Let's move to the last demo, which is the expiration policy. So I'm going to switch to the Azure portal. Now, this is how the expiration pane looks like in the Azure portal. I'll walk you through the different fields. The first field is this group lifetime. So this is where you decide what's the time duration for which each group is going to live by default. The second field you see here is the option of specifying the email address for groups which do not have any owners. So for a group that does not have any owner, this is the email address which is going to receive the deletion notifications by default. Now you see three options for application of expiration policy. The first and the recommended option is that you applied for all the groups in your tenant. However, if you're still starting with a pilot, you could use the selected option to bring only a selected set of Office 365 groups in your tenant under the purview of expiration policy. So for example, here, if I select the selected option, I have the option of adding specific groups to bring under the purview of expiration. And you always have the option here to disable the policy in case something is off. So here, I'm going to set a 31-day expiration policy. It's already set, so let's flip to the user and see. Now, the key thing to note about the new expiration policy, the activity-based expiration policy that we just announced, is that there is no additional knob. There is no extra work you need to do to be able to enable that. It's enabled for all of the eligible users by default. So the other interesting capability I wanted to show here is the capability of in-app notifications for expiry. So earlier, a lot of you said that with the email reminders, which come 30, 15, and 1 day before the group expires, it's sometimes hard to keep track of emails because sometimes they go to your junk folder, or you're coming after a long vacation and you realize the groups is gone. Activity-based expiry is going to help that, but still, if you have something which is inactive and you wanted to keep it running for long, you could now see the in-app notifications. For example, I have this team, and in the left nav, I see this red icon, and if I hover on that, it's clearly going to tell me that this team is expire on XYZ date, and if I need to renew it, I can just click right here and renew it for the next life cycle. All right, so in this demo, we talked through how do you apply an expiration policy, the fact that for activity-based expiry, there is no extra work required. It's going to be enabled by default, and the new and interesting in-app notifications that we've introduced for expiration. So with that, I'll hand over to Martina.
Okay. So what we will do in, oops, I'm sorry, so many demo machines. So what we will talk about now is how I can bring self-service to Office 365 Groups Management and keep all the governance and security policies in place when I do that. And as you can see here, so you've heard 99% of all tenants worldwide have self-service enabled. And very often when I talk with clients about that, I get the information, no, I can't do that. I get a lot of sprawl around groups and teams. I need additional control and so on. And what I wanted to show you, or what I will show you in the next 20 minutes, is how we can keep control and keep self-service in place at the same time. And this is kind of important because what we see here, and in our example on the left, you can see you can create groups or teams with a self-service service where you put, for instance, an approval workflow in place. And that would mean it gets out of your IT. You are not responsible to create groups for them. It's an approval workflow. The manager will approve that. And it's still self-service from the user perspective because they are responsible for doing that. The second part I will talk about is how reporting and monitoring helps you with governance. That means you will see how much ownerless groups you have, how much Yammer-enabled Office 365 groups you have, how many Microsoft Teams-enabled groups you have. So you can also keep monitoring and reporting in place to have a good governance there. And the last example would be, last year we showed you how you can create a group with an approval workflow, with a SharePoint list, and so on. This year's demo is we created a nice bot who helps us in groups administration as well. And this is also something you should consider if you work with your users, that they just get those little tiny helper tools within their teams and can work with a bot to approve groups, to add guests, and so on. And everything which is shown is shown with out-of-the-box tools. So this is one of the last slides before I jump into the demo. This is what I will show you throughout the next minutes. So first of all, I will show you if you have the use case, for instance, that your users are using a lot of mobile devices, so that they need to be on the road and create their teams or create their groups, that they can use a Power App with an approval workflow, which is automated with a new Power Automation, formerly known as Flow, so that you can use that as well. You can use PowerShell to do that. Then we will go through entitlement management, and I will show you how you can create access packages for your users for approvals and so on. And the last points are reporting around that and also bots for groups. So first of all, now it's time for my reading glasses. First of all, we jump into the demo, and we are now signed in as an administrator. And what the administrator does is he goes into a Power App, and in his Power App, he has a nice little mobile device Power App where he can provision his teams. So he can, for instance, just go in there and create a new team. From there, give the team a title. It's called My Group 25. And he can also decide at the same time that he creates a Microsoft team on top of their Office 365 groups. For those who do not know, a Microsoft team is not automatically created if you go that way. So you create the team on top of the Office 365 group afterwards. Because it could be, for instance, that you only need Outlook-enabled groups, or it could be that you want to have a Yammer-enabled group. So there's a decision point you can do here. And then you can also check, do you need a private or a public group, and do it from there. So we go with a private group, and then you can also set the sensitivity labels, the manager, additional owners, or whatever you might need to keep your governance in place. And when you have done that, you just create the group, and every single user can do it by themselves through that automation process. On the other side, when I switch back here to my SharePoint list, where this is based, you will see that now this group I created through my mobile device, through my Power App, is now already in here in that SharePoint list, which is the basis for my group's creation. And then, if we look at that, how that works, what I do here is I start the provisioning workflow, and my manager, who is called Adele, will get the approval email where you see, okay, Martina requested to create an Office 365 group with a team, and she gets an out-of-the-box notification. She can approve or reject that, whatever she wants, and when she goes here to submit, the group will be provisioned in the background. So from the technology perspective, what is done here? So we use Power Automate to create the flow which does an approval, and the magic behind that is that our Power Automation workflow triggers an Azure function in the background and creates the group for us. How does it look like? So here's the flow. And when you look at the flow, you see here, it's when a new item is created, it gets to the decision point where the approval is sent to the manager. And the manager is then looking up the manager point, and here you see how it works here. And here you see I get the token is stored in Azure Key Vault. I have all the security applied, and with my flow, I can get the provisioning groups in here, and here you see how the magic happens because we are calling an Azure function in the background, and that is creating our Office 365 groups. All those examples are available for free to download, so after the session, you can just download them and use it in your terms and adopt it like you like you need it in your own organization. So that's the first part of what I wanted to show you. A SharePoint list and a Power App is a nice way to do that. Another way could be to create an Office 365 groups bot. And the groups bot lives in Microsoft Teams. And this bot can also help me to manage and govern my groups in the management point. So when I look here, I'm in Teams. My bot is already there. But what can I do now? I can directly chat with my bot. So I'm moving over. I'm opening my bot. I'm pretty sure he fell asleep while we were talking. So I'm just waking him up. And then you see you get a lot of options how you can create the bot. So what we did here as an example, you can also use the bot to manage your guest users. So for instance, your user can now invite external guests into a team or anything else, or he can go with the same approval workflow, a demo through the Power App. Or you can also instantly create a new team or a new group. And just do that. And when I do that, I get a nice form provided by my bot, and the bot says, okay, what is the group name? I call it My Group 26. And also, as you see here, we added some more functionality. So again, the visibility, is it a private or public group? I can add a description. I can also add the sensitivity label here at the same time. And you also see here, I have the Create Teams checkbox enabled. So I'm just creating that. And then you see the same functionality as I demoed afterwards is the flow is triggered, the approval went through, the Azure function is triggered, and hopefully the team is created with that. So you see now, he started with the provisioning, and after a while, the bot would create our team. Another option I can do here is I can use that kind of functionality as well to do kind of a group's governance. So for instance, if you're an administrator who is responsible for your group's management and security and so on, you can use the bot to give you an overview about all teams which are created within your organization. So for instance, I want to look at my tenant. So I'm asking my bot, give me a new tenant overview there, and then you see you get a nice formatted table where you see all groups in your tenant, all groups with guests, all ownerless groups, and so on. And then you can request more information about how that works through that. Other option might be, just let me check. The next one is I want to check all my deleted groups. This is something we didn't demo there. Salil showed you the expiration policy. What happens if a group will be deleted? So the first step is the group gets in a soft delete status, and you will be able to restore it for 30 days. So from a monitoring perspective, when you turn that on for the first time, users get surprised why their SharePoint sites disappeared and so on, because they think maybe that IT takes care about that. So with that functionality, you can just briefly look how many groups are deleted in your tenant. Another example might be is you have a policy which says, okay, every group needs at least 2 owners, and you can also manage that from that. So Cerner is one of the customers who does that kind of functionality also with a bot. The last demo I want to show you is how you can manage that with reporting and get functionality out of that. There is some kind of inbound functionality around monitoring. So once you have Azure Active Directory, and here you find all your groups. And in the groups policies, you also see here your audit logs, and you also see your access reviews. So you get a lot of monitoring functionality through Azure Active Directory. So you can look there, how many groups do I have, are they expired, who has access to the groups, and so on. On the other part, the next thing you can have here is go into the Microsoft 365 Admin Center. And here you also have a reporting section where you can look at your groups and check what they are doing here. So just to show that, we have here our reports in the Microsoft 365 admin portal. And what you can see here is how is your data used within your tenant, and also you can get into an insight with a Power BI dashboard and apply that reporting functionality for that. Another thing what you can do is, I showed you the example with the SharePoint list, with the governance, with the provisioning workflow, and so on. You can also, out of that data which is present in your tenant, you can build your own dashboard in Power BI. And as you may like, you can also add that dashboard into your SharePoint list. So what you can do here is, if you look there, it's a nice Power BI dashboard where you see the information you need. So as Salil pointed out, only users from the US are allowed to create groups. Or you want to know the information, how many teams do I have in my tenant, and how many security groups do I have here. So I can go to Teams, and then you see at the right, you get the filtering section where you can manage that. And the last point around reporting is you can also look here at all your users, where the users are located, what the departments of the users are, and so on. So you see with all the information, if you consolidate all the information you have out of the box within Office 365, you can build a very nice and handy solution which solves your problems if you need a better Office 365 groups governance. Speaking about self-service, what else can you do? And one really exciting point here is Azure Active Directory entitlement management. So I'm jumping back to the Azure portal. And here you have a menu item which is called Identity Governance. And what you can see here is as well reporting, terms of use, access reviews, and so on. And here you also see the new entitlement management. So the business use case behind entitlement management is you want to give self-service control to your users. You want to delegate access. And the persons who are responsible for that get an access package for a given amount of time. So that means, consider we are working in a marketing group and we are organizing a large conference happening in Orlando, Florida. So we need the timeline of planning that, and we need additional vendors, and those vendors need access for only 4 weeks or only for 8 weeks. And with entitlement management, you can pre-create access packages for them and send them the invitation links, and they get all the resources they need and have access to that. So how does it look like? If I create here a new access package and I call it runners in Orlando in the morning, this is what I've done. So I go there, and then in the next point, you create the access package, and here you see you have several options. You can add groups and teams to them. You can also add third-party applications to them. So what I do here is first I need my executive group, and then I will also, let me check another one, go with marketing. So I go with the marketing runners group, I select that. And then I would also be able to add applications, and not only internal applications, I can also add external applications. We are running marketing, so we are responsible for the social media access to that. So we can, for instance, also add the Twitter account to get access to the persons here. What else can you do? You can also add SharePoint sites. So consider it's for a new employee who doesn't have enough resources, who doesn't know how to get information there. So you can add them their intranet link as well. So what we can do here is now with the access package, we can also say, okay, the people I invite there, are they users, are they owners or members? So first I go with members, and then I create the request. Now I have here 3 options to do that for users in the directory, for our users which are not in the directory, or for none. I go with users in the directory, but what you see here, you can also invite guests to that. Or you can also invite people from another tenant to that. So if you're working very closely, if Contoso always works with Fabricam, you can always create an access package and add the Fabricam users from there. Next step would be you can decide if you need an approval workflow or not, and then you can also enable the request there. Next one, and then you see I need access only for 30 days, and that means after 30 days, the users which were invited lose their access to that group because you don't need them anymore after that. So look at that, and you can also do some other functionality here, but we are now creating that, and so we take a review. And what I need to do here, I also need to select specific users. So you can select either security groups or users. I do that with Adele again. And I also do that with Christy Klein, and they get the access package here. And when I create the access package, you will see that those users now can get access to that. How does it look like here? Let me just briefly jump back in here. They get an My Access portal link. And with that portal link, they can access to that. So let me jump briefly to Christy, where see here, she got an email. You have now access to the Marketing Runners group, and she can just go in there and get started. So let's take a look here. And from there, you see how it looks like and how the access package is created. So, and that means with that self-service functionality, you can delegate access for your users, and they can use that functionality to go and manage themselves with self-service enabled. So back to the slides. And I'm just moving forward because you saw that all on the slide deck is now what we wanted to also show you and talk about to you is how do others do that? How do others govern and manage their Office 365 groups? Our first example is Cerner. There was a session this week. If you haven't seen that, please go and watch the recording for them. What they did is they work closely with Yammer-enabled Office 365 groups. So their policy implies that the usage is only valid for 150 days. If a group is no longer used, it will be deleted after 150 days. They have other policies in place, like Office 365 groups need to be valid for licensed Yammer users, so no unlicensed user can access that. And they also created a digital assistant as a bot who helps them to manage their group's experience. Another example I wanted to show you are some of my customers are working in the financial and insurance sector and how they do adopt and embrace Office 365 groups. So one of my customers, they have Microsoft information protection labels already in place. And what they did here is with the highly confidential content, they have additional policies which take place if you have Microsoft information protection Teams enabled in there. And also what they do is every 6 months they have a third-party auditor who comes into Office 365 groups. And with that, I have 1 minute left for giving back to Salil, who will speak about how it works with Microsoft.
Thanks, Martina. So a lot many of you have asked over the last 1 year, Microsoft is pretty big and you have thousands of groups in your ecosystem. How do you manage it internally? So this is a slide which shows that. I'm going to be brief here, but I want to call out that creation of groups within our organization is enabled for all full-time owners. We do not have any prefix suffix for the naming policy, but we do enforce a long list of reserved keywords. Also, we have custom jobs to find out if there is any groups without an owner and then process them and remind the members of the group to take the ownership. On the classification and policy compliance side, we have 3 labels in place: highly confidential, confidential, and general. And we have jobs in place which make sure that if your data is labeled appropriately, we set the sensitivity, the privacy settings, public or private, to the right value. And the last thing I want to call out is we rely really heavily on access reviews because we have a very heavy external collaboration use cases with Microsoft. So we want to make sure that we always have only the required set of users come in for collaboration. And I know the time is running, so I'll just quickly call out regarding the expiration policy. Many of you asked me, how do I decide what's the right time frame, what's the right lifetime value for each group? So what we've done internally within Microsoft is that we've been liberal. We started with a 360-day expiration policy lifetime value, and then gradually we've reduced it down to 180 days. So we would really encourage you to start with a broader set and then bring it down based on your convenience, based on feedback from the users and your tenant. Back to you.
So that being said, the call to action is you have a lot of resources you can look at about how to build your own Office 365 groups governance policy. Let also help the fast-track team from Microsoft in developing a good strategy in moving to Office 365 groups and so on. And the last step, before everyone leaves the room, is we rely on feedback. So please give us nice feedback. And I hope you enjoy the last day of Microsoft Ignite, and I hope to see you soon again. Have a nice day.